Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be teaching the Scottish song Annie Laurie from the 52 Scottish Songs for All Harps book by Sylvia Woods. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Annie Laurie is an old Scottish song based on a poem said to have been written by William Douglas, 1672 to 1748, of Dumfries and Galloway, about his romance with Annie Laurie, 1682 to 1764. The words were modified and the tune was added by Alicia Scott in 1834 or 1835. The song is also known as Maxwelton Braes. There has been some doubt that Douglas composed the poem. The words of the second verse of the song may be based on an old version of John Anderson, My Joe, to the tune of which Annie Laurie was sometimes sung. The words were first recorded in 1823 in Sharp's Ballad Book, quite a long time after 1700. The song, therefore, may have been written by Allan Cunningham, who invented contributions to Sharp's book. However, Douglas is known to have written other verses, and he also knew an Annie Laurie of Maxwelton. This seems to indicate that he was the originator of some of the first verse at least. In February of 1890, Lady John Scott, 1810 to 1900, wrote to the editor of the Dumfries Standard claiming that she had composed the tune and had written most of the modern words. She said that around 1834 to 35, she encountered the words in a collection of songs of Scotland, 1825, by Allan Cunningham in a library. She adapted the music she had composed for another old Scottish poem, Kempier Kay. She also amended the first verse slightly, the second verse greatly, which she thought was unsuitable, and wrote a new third verse. In the 1850s, Lady John published the song with some other songs of hers for the benefit of the widows and orphans of the soldiers killed in the Crimea War. The song became popular and was closely associated with Jenny Lind. William Douglas became a soldier in the Royal Scots and fought in Germany and Spain and rose to the rank of captain. He also fought at least 2 duels. He returned to his estate in Finland in 1694. Annie Laurie was born Anna on 16th of December 1682, about 6 o'clock in the morning in Cahir, near Aldgrick, Scotland, the youngest daughter of Robert Laurie, who became first Baronet of Maxwelton in 1685. Traditionally, it's said that Douglas had a romance with Annie Laurie, but that her father opposed a marriage. This may have been because Annie was very young. She was only in her mid-teens when her father died. It may also have been because of Douglas's aggressive temperament, or more likely because of his Jacobite allegiances. It is known for certain that they knew each other because in a later letter by Annie, she said in reply to news about Douglas, "I trust that he has forsaken his treasonable opinions, and that he is content." Douglas recovered from his romance and eloped with the Lancashire heiress, Elizabeth Clerk of Glenboig. They married in Edinburgh in 1706. Douglas's political beliefs forced him into exile. He became a mercenary soldier and sold his estate at Fingland in the 1720s, although eventually he received a pardon. In Edinburgh, on the 29th of August, 1709, Anna married Alexander Ferguson, 14th Laird of Craigdarroch. She lived at Craigdarroch for 33 years. Under her direction, The present mansion of Craigdarroch was built, and a relic of her taste is still preserved in the formal Georgian gardens at the rear of the house. She died on the 5th of April, 1764, at Friars Carse, Dumfriesshire, Scotland, and some sources say she was buried at Craigdarroch. Portraits of her exist at Maxwelton and at Mansfield, the seat of the Stuart Monteiths. The portraits show that she had blue eyes. Now I'll teach the easy version first and then the advanced version. Then I'll play the easy version with all the elements discussed, and then the advanced version. Now, when performing this piece of music as a solo in public, it's nice to play the easy version and then immediately play the advanced version for a wonderful full-toned effect, and I'll demonstrate this as well. Hello! When learning this piece of music, clap and count out the right hand and the left hand, and then learn it hands separately and then put it hands together. Now, all music tells a story, and I'm not talking about the words of the song, rather I'm speaking about the music itself. In Annie Laurie, the melody is in the right hand, and the accompaniment is in the left hand, so make sure that the right hand melody is louder overall than the left hand. In all music, there's a beginning, an ending, and a climax point, and we'll discuss each of these elements now. In music, it's a general rule of thumb that when the notes of the melody, in this case the right hand notes, rise in pitch from lower notes to higher notes, that the volume will increase, and when the melody notes fall in pitch, the volume will decrease. In general, the left hand of most songs will be the spot where the beat of the song manifests most strongly. In general, the first note of each bar of music in the left hand is slightly emphasized to give a good, strong beat, and the lower notes are also emphasized slightly. And what this does is it causes the playing of the piece of music to have greater depth and contrast. And in Annie Laurie, there is a pause sign on the third line of the piece of music, and I'll demonstrate that when I do play the melody for you. And at the conclusion of the piece will be a slight retardando or a slight slowing down of the tempo, so that the listener can hear that the song is about to end. And this is the melody of Annie Laurie. And on the third line of the piece of music, there is a pause sign in the right hand. And what this means is you just pause that note. Let it ring on before continuing on. And I'll demonstrate that. The pause and also the climax point. Excellent. And this is the easy version of Annie Laurie. Excellent. In the advanced version of Annie Laurie, broken 3 and 4 note chords have been added to the right and left hand. More notes have been added to the left hand as well to give a fuller sound to the piece, and a middle G sharp lever change takes place on the third line of the piece of music. At the conclusion of the piece will be a slight ritardando, or a slight slowing down of the tempo, so that the listener can hear that the song is about to end. And I just wanted to demonstrate the broken 3-note and 4-note chords in the right hand. They all come in, the left hand comes in with the top note of the broken chord. I'll start the piece of music so you can hear the first broken 4-note chord. Hear it? Comes in at the top note. I'll do it again. Hear it? Once more, a little faster. Hear it? And the same holds true with the broken 3-note chords. The left hand comes in with the top note of those chords as well. I also wanted to demonstrate how that middle G sharp, the lever change that takes place on the third line. Now, it's very helpful. You can see up here, I've got these little rings that you can buy from Sylvia Woods Harp Center, and I've put them on the G sharping levers, all of them on my harp. And what this does is it's a very fast visual cue to where your G sharp is, so you can move quickly to your sharp change and then back again. So I'll just start on the middle of the third line of Annie Laurie so that you can see it. And then I'll just go a little further so you can see where it comes off. See? I'll do it once more so that you can see clearly. The pause. And the change back. See? Okay. And this is the advanced version of Annie Laurie. Excellent. And this is the solo performance version of Annie Laurie, starting first with the easy harp arrangement and then immediately followed with the advanced harp arrangement. Excellent. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.